Yo, what's going on guys, Cozy here, and today I'm going to show you how to change your H1Z1 King of the Kill user options. So this will give you better FPS and a better looking game. So you're going to need two things. First one is obviously H1Z1 King of the Kill, and the second one is my user options from below in the description. You're going to want to download that. So once you got that, you're going to want to load up the game, and it will bring you to this launch pad. And you're going to want to go to the advanced tools cog just above this loading bar here. So this will bring you into the advanced settings, and you're going to want to click open game directory. So this will bring you into a folder within your PC, and you need to find the file called user options or useroptions.ini. Once you've found that, go to properties and make sure read only and hidden are unticked, and then hit apply and OK. And then load up the user options. So next you're going to want to load up my user options and simply copy and paste all of it into your one on the game. So like so. So this is the text I added just to tell you what it does. So as you see, HD pixel plus is just the amount of pixels allowed. So 1.1 is ultra, 1 is high, and 0.9 is medium. You can change these depending on your computer. So personally, 1 works best. But if you want to have a play around, if you know a bit more about it than your average sort of person, then by all means play around with these. So that's all that is. So next one is the effects quality, which allows you to see bullets and explosions from further without losing the FPS. So 2 is a medium, 3 is high, 1 is low, etc. Well, 1 is medium and 0 is off or low. So texture quality is 2, which is the same thing. You can change it depending on your PC. It's just the quality of textures like trees and houses. You don't need that really high. So you're going to want it on a 2, which is a medium, and then 1 is high and 0 is ultra. So shadow quality, 0 actually turns shadows off as they're not necessary, but if you like them then just put it on 1, otherwise it will really drop your FPS. Flora quality is your terrain, you don't need it on. 0 will move grass and put the terrain to a low quality. Obviously you can have it on 1 or 2 or 3 depending on what you prefer. So your render distance is obviously just what you prefer. What you can change it in game, so whatever you usually have, just keep it. That's just what it is when you've exited the game. So your gamma is your brightness, so you can change it depending on your monitor. So you can play around, have it at 0, have it at 1, and just see what you prefer. Maximum FPS is probably one of the most important ones for me. So this is the maximum FPS that your game loads at. The default is set at 250, which means no matter what computer you have, it will load at a maximum of 250 frames a second. So by changing this up to 900, if you've got a better PC that loads at say maybe 600 like mine or 700, then you'll load into games a lot quicker. Use LOD0A is just basically changing the shape of objects at a different distance, and it doesn't make that much of a difference, but it's better to have it on just because you can see things a bit further and kind of make out what they are, so it's better to have it on. Smoothing, you don't need it on. It would stabilize your game but will drop your FPS by a lot. Model quality is another important one. It's just the quality of the player model, what they're wearing, what gun they're holding, etc. So you want that on 3, which is high or ultra. Fog shadows enable is 1 is on, 0 is off. It just gives you a different look in gas and fog, which is not necessary, and again just changes your FPS a lot by dropping it a lot, so you'll have really shitty FPS for something that is not necessary. A lighting effect, again it's up to you, but it's not necessary. The game looks better without it in my opinion, but again you can change around with all these, so 0 is off and 1 is on for that. Vertical field of view, that's down to you again, you can change it in the game. My personal preference is 70 because it gives you a lot wider view and it just looks nicer and it's better for playing King of the Kill or Battle Royale, whatever you prefer. Lighting quality is simply just more lighting effects that aren't really necessary. It just slows down your game and drops your FPS. Particle LOD, basically it allows you to see bullets and explosions at a distance, so you can either have that at 2 or 3 depending on your computer, but it's got to be at 2 or 3. Motion blur just is the blur of when you move. You don't need it, and it will just give you lower FPS if you have it on, and in my opinion makes it more ugly. So now that we've done that, you're going to want to save this and then go into your folder, and you're going to want to go to properties again and click read only, then hit apply and OK. So once you've done that, you can then close that and load up the game and look at your new effects.